We done told your butt, we done told you, we done told your ass. Woo! It's your boy Carcino for life. Hit the like button up right quick while you're coming through that door. You should already know what time it is. Stephen, hey, what was you thinking? Your ego got control over you again and made you do something really stupid. You went right back to dipping into that false confidence of yours to say something dumb that was going to set off all Black women and women in general. But you targeted Black women. That's how the world sees it. And nobody like for anybody to take shots at Black women. It's not taken very lightly. It is very dark when you make that type of mistake. Stephen A. Smith, ladies and gentlemen, decided to do something real dumb, and he doubled down yesterday. That's what he did. He doubled down. He took them dice, shook them in his hands, and rolled them. He rolled them damn dice so damn hard to look what he came out with. So before the morning could really kick off, Jemele Hill heard what you said, talking about, you made them. I brought them up to the tape. Yeah, I done that. I made them. You made them? Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I apologize dearly. I really do. Because Stephen A. is older than me, has way more money than me, and still don't seem to understand there's certain things you don't do in this business. And in this day and age, even if it's on your private platform and not on ESPN, they will still get you, bro. And for you to sit up there in your imperious way and take shots at these women, and you thought that this was just going to blow on by, boy, were you mistaken. You were mistaken. Grossly. Now, let's take a look at what Jemele Hill had to say. Now, let me see. Let me go here and bam. Jemele Hill said, for your information, I was doing First Take before it even was called that. It was originally called Cold Pizza. And before Stephen A. Smith was a regular and then a permanent co-host of the show. Now, when Stephen A. Smith had his show, quite frankly, he had me on twice, I believe. It was a huge opportunity, one he did not have to extend. I'm just not sure what that has to do with the topic, but hey, it ain't my debate. But this idea of making people is odd. That's very odd. So it ain't just us. It's everybody else. Everybody can't be wrong, Stephen A. It ain't just me. It ain't Kwame Brown. It ain't just Jason Whitlock. Everybody seems to have a problem with the way you are reporting things. Because you're doing an egregious job. Everyone is noticing that. Ain't no kawinky dink. People know. Did you, when the moment you said that and we were right here doing the coverage of that, we knew. We knew you bumped your head. They're not going to cancel him because they need the prick. You see, that's the main problem that no one's talking about. That's the stickler in the room. They need him. They scared to let him go. They scared to let him go because he's a good minion. He's a nice Toby. And they love that about him. See, it hurts when other people call it out. Oh, yeah. The Dreamers Pro did a good job covering it too. Everybody's been covering it. Stephen A is definitely one of those people, and I say one, that has a bunch of people that don't seem to get it. Now let's listen to what Cari Champion had to say, who worked with him on First Take. Let's see what he has.
And you all said, most of my male friends, a lot of my male friends have said that they feel like the women in the WNBA are jealous of Caitlin Clark. And I take issue with that word jealous, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't think, and let me just be really clear, Caitlin Clark did not ask for this attention. Caitlin Clark did not want this attention. Caitlin Clark, from what I can tell and what I can hear, it just wants to ball. She's a baller. She just wants to play basketball. She did not ask to be the megastar, but she is the mega star. People are looking to pay attention to Caitlin Clark. It makes perfect sense. I understand it. Yes, there may be some jealousy. Yes, there may be people who don't want to see her succeed and they feel like, guess what? I have been here since its inception. I've been holding down this league for so long, these last however many years. Why did she get all the attention? Sure, that's probably a thing, but that's not the overwhelming sentiment. And I want us to stop being so simple. When we discuss women's sports, and by we, when I say men, when you all discuss women's sports, don't make it just about women being jealous of other women. That is so simple and that's so unfair. And that's not what we should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
It annoys me more than anything. I promise you. Because women can have other opinions outside of being jealous, which is why I want to hear more people like Shanae and Elle and Andrea and Monica and Carolyn Peck and LaChina and all the other women who've been covering this sport. And by the way, it's not just the women. Ryan Rucco, shout out to Ryan Rucco and Rebecca Lobo. They have been covering this sport, and they know that there is nuance here. For people like Charles Barkley to have such a big platform and say, "Oh, these women are petty and they're jealous," like that's simple to me. That's super simple. I need you to go a little more deep than just jealous. Maybe they're resentful towards the WNBA. Maybe they feel like the WNBA did not do what they were supposed to do. Maybe that's it. Oh yeah, sure. Like maybe she's upset. I'm at work and I want to make sure that people can get their items. Sorry. But my point being is that there is so much more to this story than what you all are allowing to be told. Stop saying these women are jealous. Stop it. Let it be more than that. How about this? How about the women who actually are in the sport? Do you honestly, let me ask you this. Let me pose this question to you. Do you think, and this is where people get caught up and get mixed up. Do you think that every single woman is mad at Caitlin Clark because she's getting paid? Do you think women are mad at Caitlin Clark? Could they be mad at Nike for giving her that deal? Could they be feeling some type of way? Could there be frustration, as my girl Molly said today? Yes, of course. But you have to make it more than just that because there's too many new people. Hi, welcome new people who just started watching the WNBA. These newcomers, and I'm talking about analysts included, who just started watching the game just yesterday. I'm keeping it a buck. And FYI, I'm doing this segment tonight with Bob Costas. He's a legend in the game. Bob just told me 5 minutes ago. Bob Costas told me 5 minutes ago that guess what? He goes, I'm okay with saying I don't know everything about the WNBA. It wouldn't be smart for me to pretend like I know what's the real element happening here. It's okay to say you don't know. Instead of dumbing it down to every single woman is jealous of Caitlin Clark in the WNBA.
So you heard what she had to say.
Yeah. Smart. That was Cari Champion. And we already showed you what Jemele Hill said. Same thing I said yesterday when he was making that crazy rant. I was going through it like, dude, that's not your show. First Take is not your show, Stephen A. Stop trying to lie to the people. It is not your show. He said I was doing First Take before it was even called that. It was originally called Cold Pizza, and before Stephen A. Smith was a regular and then a permanent co-host of the show. Now, when Stephen A. Smith had his show, quite frankly, he had me on twice, I believe. It was a huge opportunity, one he did not have to extend. I'm just not sure what that has to do with the topic, but hey, it ain't my debate. But the idea of making people is odd. That's odd, bro. And that's what she's trying to tell you. That was odd. That was completely odd for you to go on that arrogant rant to talk about who you done made, and these are black women you saying this to. You are really stepping in it, bro. You gonna say that to black women? Putting them on blast like you made them? First Take is not your show. It is owned by ESPN. Your monkey ass can't take First Take with you nowhere. You go start a First Take somewhere and you think somebody finna come over there and watch you. You think they watching the show because of you. You think the show is number one because of your dumb ass. No. The ratings jumped up because of Shannon Sharp. Not you. He doubled your ratings. That means he brought in what you was already doing by himself. You weren't doing those numbers before Shannon Sharp got there. You're only number one because you have more outlets. If you had the same, Fox had the same outlets as ESPN, they was beating you when Shannon was there. Everybody was watching Undisputed. Nobody was watching y'all no more. And you blamed it all on Max. So I already know what's up and you know what's up. That's why you wanted Max out of there. You don't fool me. Everybody know what's up. Yeah, I would have done this earlier, but the Acolyte, I had to watch the Acolyte, so. Oh, of course. That's why he was put on blast. No one wants to hear of somebody that works for ESPN talk sexist remarks about making women. Like, I made them. I put you on my show. I selected that. I put you up there. Like you made their careers by doing that. It's like, really? You brought them up there because you want to increase your female followers. You want the female subscribing more. That's why you do little stupid stuff to try to trend on social media, talking about, oh, look at her purse. Why are you looking at my phone and picking up a girl's phone and all that? You want all the girls to try to come in there and click on it and go on TikTok. I know your whole metric system, buddy. I know what y'all do. That's why you went and got Kimberly Martin. She's an airhead. So you got her in there to try to get y'all black females to come in and watch. But the numbers went up when y'all saw that when Shannon Sharp got there, because the black women was watching Shannon. So you thinking, oh, we got to get those numbers up. We got to, the numbers there. We got to get that for the black women. But when everything came out with the he, she, and all that stuff about Shannon, the black women vote started to go down. Black women stopped watching it. When it looked like Shannon might be chasing Boot Thing around there, they were like, oh, the black women had turned it off. But you don't own nothing. I'm executive producer. That's a title, fool. They just gave you that. You ain't making no more money. They just gave you more, everything on your head. Somebody, a manager at doggone Walmart, talking about this is my store. Hey, this is my store. No, it ain't your damn store. Absolutely. Well, now you got to deal with it. You see, he never thought this was going to... He said it, I'm like, oh, man, he finna get crushed for this. That was immediate. If I knew how in the world you don't know.
Take a lot. Chanel Gumake, absolutely wonderful, spectacular basketball analyst, etc., WNBA player in her own right. Ask her how it's been to be on First Take. How about Andrea Carter, who's a rising star in this business? How much do you think First Take helped that? What about Kimberly Martin? What about Molly Kiram herself? Now, I have sat back for years and taken a lot of shit from people.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Monty. And I think a lot of conversation has also spilled over to why we, Monica and I, and so many women, Molly included, have seats at the table. And when you occupy a space that is not necessarily built for us, Monty does a fantastic job with the New York Knicks. I'm covering NBA Countdown. You need allies. And there are a lot of people that contribute to our success in these spaces. Stephen A, Shannon, Stephen A, you brought me on First Take for a long time, since before people knew my name. Shannon, you brought Monty on yesterday to continue the conversation. I think that's fascinating. But when it comes to who made us, who made me, Monica, Molly, I mean, this is me personally. I'm made by God. I'm made by Peter and Evie Ogwumike, and by our hard work and ethic, and also our perspective. And we are products of a game that has transformed our lives, but we are also witnessing the intersection of... I think it's very important that we continue to lean into the voices that not only have lived the game, but understand it and can advocate it, but also keep it real. And I think yesterday what the world witnessed was keeping it real, but also keeping it together today, because we're all here.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Now, they was keeping it together for the moment. But see, this is when keeping it Stephen A goes wrong. This is when what this guy does goes wrong. Absolutely wrong. When you do clown activities and do clown things and it comes back to bite you, this is what it looks like. Oh, he's going to get called in the office. Oh, it was real tense up there today on First Take. Oh, I watched today. You was real uncomfortable up there, feeling like the victim. Feeling like Shannon Sharp stabbed you in the back because he brought Monica up there, not you. See, we thought Stephen A brought her up there, but no. Shannon Sharp said, hey, let's bring her on the show. And she came up there with Shannon, so that's what Shannon was like, man, she been up there plenty of times filling in. And right away, they went right to they went right to it. Caitlin Clark is sexy. Well, you go ahead and you shoot your shot, bro. I'm not saying she ain't nothing. I haven't looked at her like that at all, but knock yourself out. See, this is what they want you to do. They want you to fall into this assimilation. Oh, you can't do that to women no more, and you damn sure can't do that to black women. If they really push the button, Stephen A ass will be out this week. If these black women really wanted to just get him up out of there, they could. And let's see how much of it is your show. Ain't no. All right. I mean, this is what I talk about, lying to people. This is where the lying comes in at. You, my friend, are not, and I repeat, not a factor at First Take. You're not. When you're not there, the numbers did not drop off. Nobody said, where the hell is Stephen at? You went up there, the numbers stayed the same. Shannon Sharp, you went on vacation. That was the worst thing you could have did. You showed the network they really don't need you. Oh, you know everybody went to go check the numbers when you weren't there. They didn't miss a beat. The shows were better. We didn't have none of your fake ranting. No. Listen, no. Yeah. None of that. And the show was working. People actually was getting informed. There was actually information going around. Nobody was trying to talk over somebody and yell and do all the nonsense. People liked the show more. You couldn't have that. You had to bring your ass back. Like, oh, wait. I'm cutting this vacation short. No, I know I said I was going to go to the beach again, but no. They're going to try to steal my show. I got to call in at least so they can know and hear my voice. The people want to hear me. Stephen A is calling in from vacation. Oh, I just called in so, yeah, the people can still hear my voice. Yeah, I'm still away, but I just want to, make sure they know it's still my show. It's not your show, Simp. It's not your show. If you can get fired from it, it's not yours. You can't take First Take nowhere. It owned by ESPN. They own the show, not you, buddy. How you caping for somebody? Caping for somebody else's job. Somebody else's property. You just like that damn Terrence and all these damn managers we was talking about. They hold it down like it's them. You get them a badge, a gold star, they just go off. Stephen A probably going right up there. Oh my God, we sick, boss. You want something? Jimmy Pitaro won't even invite you in his house. And you talking about him. My boss, Jimmy Pitaro. All the black people we got working here. Like that's because of him. This dude was trying to lie and take credit for Shannon Sharp coming over there. He went on his show and tried to lie like it was up to him. If First Take is your show and you the executive producer, you can get Shannon Sharp on the show, right? Why did the bosses have to go through everything? You weren't opposed to it. But even if you was, there was nothing you could do. That's why Pat McAfee was on the show, right? You didn't want Pat McAfee on the show. But what you said didn't matter, did it? They said, we don't care what the hell you say. Pat McAfee is going to come on there at least once a week to do a lead in to his show. And we don't care what you think about it. Now, how do you like them apples? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he ain't like that. Why would he? Right. Monica McNutt, she looked at you like a straight clown today. She knew what was up. You see, that's what they do. All your fake swagger, all of it, you could throw it away, Stephen A. Nobody cares, dog. Nobody cares. That's because that's why they feel that they can talk to him now they want. He got an answer for that. Shannon Sharp gave her the platform to get it off her chest on his show. And Stephen A didn't like that Shannon did that. But he said, that's my homegirl. She didn't really get a chance to. And you went on your show and kind of eviscerated her. Talking like you made it. They couldn't have that. They couldn't have it. And now you a bottom feeder. See? It's a bottom feeder. He's a bottom feeder. And because this man is a bottom feeder, that'll rain again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he called. How many times did Stephen A call in from his doggone location? Goddamn bottom feeder. I'm a bottom feeder. I'm a bottom feeder. I'm a bottom feeder. We know, buddy, you are a bottom feeder. And that's what a bottom feeder does. Feed from the bottom. So we get it. Your ego, your pride keeps taking advantage of you. I just want to smack him in the back of smack him in the back of his head. He cringy, ain't he? Goddamn bottom feeder. But it's not that complicated. But to him, it's complicated. He's trying to put it all together. It's complicated for him. And the reason why it is because his ego won't allow him to step down. He think he got to be this tough guy on his own platform. There you feel you a boss. Everybody kept saying, man, you Stephen A. You are Stephen A. Smith. You don't need all this. You the man. But he ain't a man. He's not a man. He's a bottom feeder. Stab anybody in the back, believes it's all him for your success. It's all him. He thinks he made Shannon Sharp. Hell, in his mind, ain't no conflicts. It's all about Shannon Sharp. Oh, Shannon ain't running the show. I'm running the show. It's my show. Now, you think Stephen A is more popular than Shannon Sharp, right? You will be wrong. And this was before Cat Williams came on that show. He was sitting there side-eye hating Shannon Sharp for the Cat Williams interview. He was jealous. But it's that ego. He can't let it go. He got his swagger now. Look at it, swagging. I'm swagging. He can't let it go. Oh, damn, we got another hurricane. Now, yeah, he think he too cool for school. And when the sisters put him in his place, now it's time to walk it back. Because he's a bottom feeder. Now, let's stay on course.
From the
Deion
content.
Sanders, how everybody is cool. Yeah, everybody cool with Shannon, but they ain't that cool with him. Cat Williams came on there. He had something to say. Monique came on there. He had something to say about that too.
On his platform.
Blow.
Mm-hmm.
If he had interviewed Monique, he had her on his platform. And I'm saying to myself, Stephen A. Smith, nobody is rushing to come to you.
Nobody.
No. If he had interviewed Monique, he had her on his platform. And I'm saying to myself, Stephen A. Smith, nobody is rushing to come to you. No. If he had interviewed Monique, he had her on.
Nobody's thinking about you.
Blow.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's no chance you're going to be a Navy SEAL.
Nobody. Now, No, his jealousy is one thing. But when you get all the backlash, when people see that you a hater, oh, that's going to stand out. The Monique interview go viral too. You got 2 viral interviews and I'm sitting up here talking about myself and I ain't got nothing. Nobody talking about me.
Like button, hit that notification. Hollywood with Oprah. We not talking about Oprah.
That's not my decision.
Yeah, that's probably his biggest video today.
I'm a huge fan of Cat Williams. This brother is a brilliant comedian. He's spectacular. He's box office, no doubt about it. And Cat Williams, he's one of the greatest comedians of all time. And he's always been incredibly nice to me on a couple of occasions that I've had the pleasure of meeting him. One time I was hanging out in his green room with him, for crying out loud. No, I was not smoking weed. I stayed off the weed. But, and I didn't see him do it, even though I'm sure if he did, he wasn't going to be apologetic about it. That's his business, his dressing room, whatever. Always been cool with Cat Williams. Don't know him that well, but mad respect for him and mad love for his talent. Steve Harvey is a friend. Kevin Hart is a friend. Cedric the Entertainer, I don't know nearly as well as I know Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart, although I've interviewed him on quite a few occasions, but I got love for Cedric the Entertainer. And to hear what Cat Williams had to say about them made me cringe. Because when you got a comedian that elite coming at you, and he's funny as hell in doing it, but he ain't telling any jokes. He ain't bullshitting, and he's saying what he's saying. It's like, damn. It's an ouch moment. I don't know what truth or falsehoods there is. I don't cover comedy. I know that when it came to, what was he talking about? Some show involving Steve Harvey. When it comes to that, I do know that the Steve Harvey show, because I wrote it down here, was created by Winifred Hervey, not Steve Harvey, and it was directed by Stan Lathan. Winifred Harvey is best known for her work on the television series Golden Girls, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, and Sister Sister. I do know that. Outside of that, I don't know what truth or falsehood exists about anything or anybody. I don't cover comedy. All right? So I'm not in a position to say anything one way or the other. I'm just not. Having said all of that, that's not the reason I was willing to touch on this subject. I needed to touch on this subject, not just because the audience was asking me to, but I needed to touch on this subject once I saw this sound right here from Shannon Sharp himself on Nightcap, talking his Nightcap show with Chad Ochocinco, talking about his interview with Cat Williams. Listen to this.
Well, all you guys said was, Shannon, you needed a follow-up question with what? I said I asked no follow-up question when said he didn't steal the joke.
Right.
That's not for me to decide. You decide.
Mm-hmm.
You decide who do you agree with. That's not my decision to make. That was it. I never said I was a journalist. I never professed to be a journalist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an entertainer. If you want hard-hitting questions, 60 Minutes is the platform from you.
Right.
Dateline, 48 Hours. Go to Lester Holt. Go to somebody that does that.
That is where my problem lied. Shannon Sharp did not tell a lie. Shannon Sharp is not a journalist. He's a Hall of Fame football player who's a 3-time Super Bowl champion, arguably the greatest tight end in football, clearly one of them, who also happens to be an entertainer. He did not tell a lie. But Shannon Sharp cut himself short. Shannon Sharp is a voice in our community. He's Unc. He's conscientious. He's thoughtful. I'm telling you the Shannon Sharp I've come to know. I've known him for years, but I ain't really know him. I love this brother. I love who he is. I got a hell of a lot of respect for him. And he's kicking ass. Got the #1 podcast on Apple in sports. sports podcast, got number 3 overall podcast for Apple. He's doing his damn thing. And this brother's going to continue to be a star in this business for years to come. Remember, you're talking to the dude who went and got him.
Lie. La, 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 la. You talking to the guy that went and got him. No, you did not. Stop your lies. I went and got him. No, you did not. You told him, hey, man, you can come over here if the bosses approve. I ain't got the power to get you on the show. I just told them I'm okay with you coming. I'm the one that got him here. Then he starts going down there. I love the way he give people credit, then dump on them right after. He gonna give them all the credit, but then dump on them. Man, where do they do this at? What kind of school you went to, boy? That they told you this is the way to do it. We don't do it like that, bro. Hit the like button, y'all. Absolutely. I just try to get a piece of it. Oh, he doing a good job of laying the smack down on himself. This man said, I went and got him.
I went and got him because I knew what he bring. Yes, First Take on ESPN, number 1 morning show. Been number 1 for 12 years. And on a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, when Shannon ain't there, we still winning. We number 1. But it ain't like we winning on Monday and Tuesdays. And I love every single contributor on my show. It's very, very few people on the planet Earth that can look at a show and have more than 10, 11, 12 contributors, and every single thing I've asked them to do, they've all come through. Love my brothers, Ryan Clark, Swagoo, Dan Orlovsky, Mad Dog Russo, Bart Scott, Kendrick Perkins, Jay Williams, Chris Canty, let me not forget him, a new addition to the show. Harry Douglas doing a great job for us when he shows up. Kimberly Martin, Monica McNutt, Mina Kimes, and of course, great Molly Karam, the matriarch of the show. Everybody has done an outstanding job. Shannon's been off the charts. Shannon's been off the charts. And I knew how this industry would be. How they would go and try to blackball his ass. When he was let go by FS1, and make no mistake, that's what happened. That's his business to tell. He's pushed out.
How's it his business to tell and you telling it? He was pushed out. Make no mistake, that's what happened. But it's his story to tell. You just told it, you SOB. You just told it. Which made him have to talk about it. Because you didn't went over there and told people because you want to try to grow your podcast. All shock value. Boy, you sad, boy. You out here sad. Booty out and everything, boy. You sad. Real sad. Kanye assistant, shoot, when your assistant look better than your wife, you know exactly what she was there for. Shoot, I'll be going down in the lawsuit too. They're gonna be in here too. I smashed, Your Honor, but it was all consensual. But I had fun. You see that assistant? What you think she got? How you think she got hired? Oh man. But I'm talking about that on the Patreon where I can get a little loose. But now, the answer remains to be a question. For old Stephen A. Who love to throw people under the bus and stroke his own ego. Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is that we all knew without a shadow of a doubt that, yeah, we all knew what was coming. Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence chose to sit down with Ocho and Shannon Sharp rather than go on ESPN with Stephen A.
Ocho, it is a delight, man. Look who we got. Bad Boys, 4 guys. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, legends of the game. Guys, let me ask you a question. There's been a 30-year between the first Bad Boys and how Ride or Die, which is going to be the final one. How has and what does the franchise do to evolve? What's the biggest difference, Will, you first and then Martin, between the first Bad Boys and Bad Boy 4, Ride or Die?
I guess the biggest difference is we ain't no shit when we just yo, man, listen, we ain't know nothing on that first movie, man. We were out there, we were both coming off of our TV shows, right? And Michael Bay hadn't directed a movie. It was his first movie, and, you know, me and Martin were coming out, like, we were literally making this stuff up every day, you know? So it was like, I would say the big thing that between the first one and this one was like the precision of what we were doing when we stepped out there. Like we knew what we wanted and we knew how to get it.
Let me ask you this. Ocho and I, we're a very successful duo, but we're very, very different. What are some of the similarities that you two guys share, and what's the biggest differences that you guys have?
I think the biggest differences, let me say, you know, Marty Marr is really calm.
He is.
Yeah, Marty Marr, he is. You know, and he just, you know, he's trying to keep it easy. And like, I'm the friend that makes sure we get in trouble.
Well, hyper. He has a lot of energy, you know, but fun energy, you know,
right?
Good energy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of respect with us.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of love and respect.
And I learned, I guess one of the things I learned from the first movie to this movie is Marty Marr's not a morning person, right? No. That you gotta be careful because I start at 8 a.m. Marty Marr.
Come on.
Hey, listen, there have been very, 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 very many great buddy cop duos. Obviously, Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte, Mel Gibson, Danny Glover. Why are Will and Martin, in my eyes, the best buddy cop duo in the game?
Wow. Hey, all right.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's nice.
Yeah. Wow. I think the range of what we can do, right? Like to be able to go from really broad comedy to really heavy drama is part of the things like the spectrum that we can cover.
And our chemistry.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like I grew up with them.
Yeah.
And when you talk about spectrums and we talk about range, I think Unc and I have unbelievable range. Obviously, being able to play football, being able to have a successful podcast. So let's say you guys were unavailable. and this can happen at any point. So just keep this in mind. I'm trying to lay a seed and hope it grows later on in life. Yeah. So let's say you guys are unavailable, and they asked me and Unc to play Mike and Marcus in a new Bad Boys movie. Who would play Mike and who would play Marcus? Oh. Remember, I'm the one that's on time.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, that's interesting, man. Who's interesting?
Because if Shannon played me, I would have muscles.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just have to have somebody putting almond butter on your arms all the time.
So they can shine, whatever. Ocho could play you.
Yeah. It seems like personality-wise, he got some Mike Lowry. Yeah, Mike Lowry happening with him.
Right. Oh, yeah.
What was your guys' favorite scene to shoot in this movie?
Oh man, dude, yeah. I could tell you, but I will be giving it.
No, y'all right. Yeah. When
I already know what that scene is, and it's a scene that's gonna make y'all go crazy. Y'all gonna go crazy when y'all see it. Now, sometimes it seems like Ocho didn't even watch the games. He probably didn't. Ocho don't be watching the man. Ocho don't he tell you he don't watch the game. Ocho be like, man, I just did it. Straight up. That's just what it is. Oh, I'm finna do my movie review right now. I'm finna head over there and get that done. So shouts out to everybody that was here. You know, thank y'all for showing up, the love and everything for the page. We appreciate it. Even though they didn't really send this out the way it was supposed to. Now I got to go do the movie review for that. And then I got to do the review for the Acolyte. So I'm going to be on my Screen Fiend channel. Shouts out to the Dreamers Pro, Ticket TV, Kwame Brown, Buzz Life. Welcome to HD IITV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Armando Black TV. Don't forget the Patreon. We got the Ray Lewis murder on there. We got Rihanna going against Jay-Z, Rock Nation. I'm out.